Hi, I'm Lindy Kane, athletic trainer and physician extender with Dreyer Sports Medicine, and this is Janet Sullivan, also an athletic trainer and sports medicine extraordinaire in orthopedics. So we are here to talk about a little bit what you can do before and after running in terms of stretching. First, you should know that we really recommend actually a dynamic warm-up, which is a fancy way of saying moving stretching before you start running, and then after stretching is more the static stretching, which is staying still and stretching. So you're probably thinking back in the day when we would all sit there and try to reach our toes. Really, we want to work on that after we run. So beforehand, we are going to go over 3 pre-run stretches and 4 after-run stretches. The first one we're going to do is called the figure 4. You'll see Janet here in the back be able to demonstrate that. 2 things is she's moving while she's stretching both the hamstrings, the butt, the glute, and you can see how she keeps her back straight and she raises up on her toes as she comes through that stretch. So that's a really good one. You want to make sure the movements are smooth. You want to make sure that they are controlled. Please do not pull anything while you're doing this. The next thing we want to do is called the chorus line. Basically, this is a great way to stretch those hamstrings of yours just to get them warmed up a little bit. You can see how, again, her back is straight and her legs are straight as she's stretching. You don't want to do a super duper reach out to your toes. We don't want to overstretch. You just want to get them warmed up. So you should feel it, but really not a huge feeling. The last thing we're going to do before is what I like to call the slow high knees. We're all used to the athletic high knees where they look like they're crazy people hitting their knees. This one is significantly more of a stretch. So she definitely is having a high knee while she's doing this. Again, her back is straight, slow and controlled movements, and she's really pulling up on that knee and controlling the knee movement. After that, you're going to go and do your fun run. Hard, fast, whatever floats your boat. When you are done, the muscles are finally warmed up. So really we can do more of that static stretching, the staying still stretch. We want to make sure this is going to help decrease that soreness, decrease that stiffness that you can get, especially after a harder run or if you're just getting into it. What you'll want to do, 2 main keys, is you're going to hold it for 30 seconds while you do it. I don't know if you want to count to 30 or if you want to sing the ABCs super fast 5 times in a row. It's usually what I do because counting to 30 is annoying. And you want to do it 2 to 3 times at a time so you get a really good firm stretch. The first one we're going to do is called the hip flexor. This is that front part of your hip, and you're going to again kind of tilt your pelvis in and you're going to elongate your torso so you make a nice firm stretch in that front part of that thigh and hip. Again, you're going to hold it for 30 seconds and you're going to do it 2 or 3 times. Do switch sides. Okay. The next one, I like to call it the hurdler stretch because you look like you're a hurdler when you're doing it. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit on the floor like that. You're going to put the opposite foot closer to the knee. If you feel comfortable, you can slide your foot up and down the leg as you feel comfortable. Then you're going to keep your back straight and you're going to lean forward. This one, you can go ahead and kind of wiggle to see what gives you the best thing. And by wiggle, I mean move your torso kind of turning to one side, turning to the other side. You're going to feel a stretch either way, and any way, just go with what feels the best to you. The next one we're going to do is the glute stretch, the butt stretch. This one feels really good on a lot of different levels. It's best probably on the floor where you see how she crosses that ankle to the opposite knee, and then you're going to use your torso to either make a tighter stretch by leaning more towards that knee or a looser stretch if you're not super flexible by leaning back and making that opposite foot kind of come farther away from your body. Again, both sides. You want to be even, not lopsided. The last one we're going to do is called the IT band stretch. I like to call it the sassy stretch. She looks sassy when she does it. But again, it's that whole elongating option that you have where you're going to lean, you're going to use kind of your hip as the fulcrum of the lean and the fulcrum of leaning away, so you elongate that. And sometimes you feel it more in like the side, sometimes you feel it more across the butt, and sometimes you feel it more down the thigh even. But again, you're going to stand mostly on that back leg. That's the key. The front leg is just kind of hanging out there. So again, you're going to do it both sides. If you have any residual pain after that, we really encourage icing. You want to go ahead and ice for 20 minutes and you're done. You should be nice and good for your next run. That's it.